Tide Talk Web is back. Hope everybody's having a good time out there. Sorry, I've been really busy with work and everything else going on in life. Anyway, get down to a little recruiting report. Some big guys that we're after is a guy named Cedarian Morgan, wide receiver, 4-star out of Alabama. He's the number 2 in Alabama, and predictions that he's either going to go Alabama or Auburn. Kind of a big body guy, he's like 6'4". Another guy that we're after big time is Anthony Jones. He's an edge guy, number 2 guy, and number 4 overall in the country. Big 4-star, he's got 10 sacks. He's somebody Bama really would like, so we can get a kind of a jump on the edge out there. We also have Camarion Johnson. He's a defensive lineman, 3-star, 6'5", 250. Somebody for the defensive line we're going after big. Geraldine McCoy, he's a 4-star. He's the number 6 defensive lineman in the country and number 80 overall. He's 6'6", 245. Somebody we're really high on. Another guy we're really high on is Nolan Wilson. He's a big 4-star. And he's got a lot of offers. Number 10 on the defensive line in the country, number 100th recruit overall. Another big body guy. Another guy that we're going after hard, obviously, quarterback. He's Phillip Rivers' son, Gunnar Rivers. He's a 2027 recruit, 5-star guy, number 4 quarterback overall in the country. The guy's phenomenal. Got really good film. You can go on YouTube and look at him. Really good arm. And like I said, these are some of the guys we're kind of looking at going after. I know a lot of people are kind of clutching pearls and, we don't have any recruits for 2025 just yet. Well, just calm down. There's a long ways to go. It's just January. We've got all the way till December, going into that time. So we've got plenty of time to recruit. I know a lot of people are kind of worried, because we did not recruit well in the state last year. Auburn's kind of got a foothold in that, but a lot of our coaches are not from Alabama, so we're going to have to start building the inroads. I know DeBoer is really working hard on that. The staff's really working hard, but we also have to tamper that down and remember, you could get every guy in the state of Alabama doesn't when you're going to win a national championship. We're not states like Georgia. We're not states like Texas. We're not states like Louisiana. Those states you can literally recruit just inside the border and win national championships. Alabama has to recruit a little bit more nationally as well as in state. There's a lot of good talent, I remember under Mike Shula, we did not recruit well under Mobile. That pretty much, you could have just circled that area of Mobile for LSU. Now, with that being said, we do need to get our fair share out of the state and our fair share of those big marquee players, 100%. But we also need to get the best fit for us and our system. I remember a few years ago, there was a player, I can't even remember this guy's name. He was out of, if I remember right, he was out of Pinson. He was a 6'4" kid, about 200 pounds. Everybody in the nation wanted the kid. He was one of the top 3 receivers in the country. Clemson got him. I do not remember this kid's name because he didn't make an impact. And I remember everybody was upset because that was the year we got Jalen Waddle. Everybody was falling apart, clutching pearls. Oh my God, we didn't get that guy. Well, we got Jalen Waddle, and I remember telling people clearly when we got Jalen Waddle, I said I would much rather have Jalen Waddle, and he would have a way bigger impact than that kid at Clemson. And yep, he fit our system. He was groundbreaking. He would just shatter your eyes every time you saw him on film what he could do. And he was playing at the 5 and 6A level high school in Texas. That was huge, and he was dominating. So that was what I saw, and I really wanted that kid. And we know the history of Jalen Waddle. So we got to tamper that. We're doing bad in the state. Yes, we want to do better, and they're working on inroads. But we've got to remember, we want the guys that fit DeBoer's system. I mean, I remember people telling me that Jeremy Bernard would be no good. I mean, Jeremy Bernard was barely the 4th-string type wide receiver at Washington, and look what he's done. Now, you just want the best guy that's going to fit our system. I feel like Lozier Brooks is one of those guys. I feel his name's escaping right. The big kid we got out of Miami, the 6'4" kid, big body guy. I think he's going to be an impact guy. Ryan Williams is only going to get better because he won't be double covered with all those guys coming in. I think Rico Scott will make an impact. I know a lot of people are upset because, Caleb Odom left. Yeah, it was upset too, but, look at all the guys that have left Bama so far. They have not set the world on fire. I know a lot of people were upset about, Nye Black and Bond, who went to Texas. You might as well go ahead and get a Where's Waldo book and put them in there because nobody knows where those two guys are. Just because somebody was a 5-star and gets in your program and jumps to Ole Miss or whatever for a little bit more money doesn't mean they're going to be a star. I mean, they have potential, yeah, but doesn't mean. I mean, if they were that big of a deal, wouldn't they be on the field at Bama? And our landscape that we have now is so different. With NIL and money and players and agents shopping people themselves around and their kids around, and it's not a game where you can really develop guys at Bama or Texas or Georgia for 4 years. You kind of just look around and you get puzzle pieces now. I mean, because the portal's open twice a year, money's open. So, with that being said, it's just twice a year. If something don't work out, or maybe you don't recruit as good, well, you take a little money and you go shop around. And you get a few players to puzzle piece in to your team to hopefully make your team better. And just because you have tons of money doesn't mean you're going to win a natty. I mean, look how much money Texas spent. Look how little Notre Dame spent. Look where Notre Dame is. So there's a lot of factors in all this, guys. Also, just remember we came in number 2 in the country last year. We got a lot of guys in the portal. We have a lot of guys out. Georgia had almost 30 that left, I think, before their last bowl game. They had a lot. Everybody. It's not just Bama losing guys. Everybody's losing guys. Everybody's puzzle piecing guys in and guys getting out. The days, like I said, I beat this to death. The days of getting guys and keeping them for 4 years and mentoring them and growing them up is over. If you can't play within 2 years, you're pretty much at the portal. And then that's when you get those guys in that you need, the puzzle pieces you need, and vice versa. I've also been seeing a lot of rumors about Quinn Ewers coming to Bama. We're going to go ahead and put a tamper on that. I absolutely would bet a month's pay that does not happen. And the reason I say that is I don't think getting Quinn Ewers is much better than Milroe. I think literally you could take, and I'll eat my words if I'm wrong, I think you could literally take Ty Simpson or Keelan Russell or even Austin Mack and do as good as he's done. I mean, he's got the same jitterbugs that all of them do in the pocket and throwing too early and getting scared, moving around and antsy-dancy feet. And he's not a cool, calm, and collected quarterback. Now, he's got a really good team around him, but I don't think he's worth the money. I mean, I assume his price tag is somewhere in between $3 and $6 million. I don't think he's even close to being worth that. I think you can get, for $100K, I think you can get that out of Keelan Russell. I think you easily can get that out of Austin Mack, and I think you can get that out of Ty Simpson. Sorry about that, brain freeze. You can get that out of any of those guys. Quinn Ewers is kind of predicted, or the schools that he's predicted to is Michigan State, Bama, Ole Miss, Georgia, and then up there at North Carolina. I don't see it. I definitely don't think he goes to Bama, and I definitely don't think he goes to North Carolina. Bill Belichick's not going to spend $6 million on a quarterback, especially not him. Maybe Tom Brady, but he's not going to do it on Quinn Ewers. I think Quinn Ewers, if his draft grade is not so great, I definitely see him coming back to Texas for another year, making another $1 to $3 million or $4 potentially $1 million. Or maybe jumping ship and making 3 and 4 somewhere else. But if his draft grade's not good, I think for Bama though, I think you would be better off getting 2 edge rushers on the defensive line. That's just me. Or a marquee running back. I don't see, or maybe even 2 or 3 linemen. I just don't see the need for Quinn Ewers. He's not a Cam Newton. Sorry, he's just not. He's not a guy that can take over a win game single-handedly. I've never seen that from him, and I don't see it now. He's not worth the money. I think you get a better bang for your buck taking 3 offensive linemen, taking 1 defensive lineman, 2 edge rushers that are NFL ready. I just don't see the money spending on quarterback. I think we've got right now in that quarterback room at Bama exactly what he could get So I think there's better ways to spend that money if we're going to do it. And I'll eat my words. I'll eat a piece of paper if I'm wrong, but I do not see him coming to Bama. I don't think he's worth the money, worth the price tag, and not worth the money for 1 year. I would rather spend the money and get 2 NFL edge rushers for 2 years, 3 offensive linemen, even 2 defensive backs and a marquee wide receiver, I'd rather just have a better running back than that. So, with that being said, I don't think he comes to Bama. Anyway, hopefully I can make a video this weekend for you guys. Anyway, y'all have a great week, and Tide Talk Web is out.